I'm Dara Dietz, and today we're going to make a very intense kidney flushing kit. This has been used very successfully for years to dissolve stones in the kidneys. I've also been told by several of our wonderful members that it also is a wonderful intense kidney flush. Just to do this as a routine when the blood pressure might start to tick up, or you just see that your kidneys are getting a little off, doing a real intense 2 or 3 day flush. Several of them that did stone dissolve work initially have come back and said, you know, I'll just do another stone dissolve instead of a whole week of kidney flushing. It doesn't matter. Whatever works for you, whatever is feasible, it works. So what we're going to do today is we're going to put together what is known as the stone dissolve kit, but we're going to name it the intense kidney flushing program. And we're going to see how this is done. The reason that we would want to flush the kidneys, the benefit of doing them, one is for blood pressure issues. One of the reasons that can drive the blood pressure up is sediment and pus, stones in the kidneys. The vessels and veins in the kidneys are about the width of a hair of your head. So whenever you get serious sediment or pus in the kidneys, which are filters of the blood, the heart has to pump really hard to get the blood to go through the kidneys. That can drive up your blood pressure. So doing a good, strong kidney flushing program when your blood pressure is just ticking up, when it doesn't seem like there should be a reason, the other reasons don't apply, the stress, the physical injuries, the plaque and cholesterol numbers are good, all of that, but your blood pressure is still trying to move up. Try a kidney flush. Just flush those kidneys through and just see if that won't bring the numbers back down to where they need to be. All of this is just natural, very simple things that can be done to support the body. All right. What we're going to do, this is what we have used as a stone dissolve in the past. We have 98 ounces of fresh squeezed apple juice. And to that, we are going to combine 8 ounces of kidney bladder tea, 10 ounces of lemon juice, 10 ounces of lime juice, and 10 ounces of apple cider vinegar. We are going to blend the tea into the mix and then let it sit on the counter for 24 hours. This is going to allow it to steep and for the nutrients to be pulled out into the juices. Then tomorrow or 24 hours after you do it, you are then just going to strain the juice off through a wire mesh strainer to get the herbs out, and then drink 4 ounces every waking hour for 2 days. So that is the gist of it. Let's see what it looks like as we do it. All right. The kidney bladder tea that I have used for years, and this combination works really well, is juniper berry, corn silk, uva ursi, parsley root, dandelion leaf, horsetail, goldenrod, hydrangea root, gravel root, marshmallow root, orange peel, and peppermint leaf. This is a wonderful combination of herbs that support the renal function and that also work to clear sediment and gravel and pus from the kidneys. So we are going to put a combination, an 8-ounce combination of those herbs into our tea mix, and then after 24 hours, when the tea is strained off and ready to drink, we're going to add 2 ounces of a kidney bladder formula. And my favorite kidney bladder formula contains the burdock root and burdock seed, corn silk, goldenrod flower, horsetail herb, juniper berries, uva ursi leaves, and parsley root. This is an excellent combination of herbs, and the reason that I like to do the extract mixed in with the water or juice extractions as we're doing here is the alcohol extracts some properties more strongly, and the water or juice extracts will pull other properties out in a more powerful way. So using the two of them together, in the end, you are going to end up with a really strong formula. As you saw, a lot of these herbs are duplicated between the two formulas. Some are not. Some take better to an alcohol extraction. So they are just in the tinctured formula. But those are the combinations and that work really, really well to take and just rejuvenate and revive the kidneys. So what we have here is 98 ounces of apple juice. We're going to combine a gallon of liquid. So to the 98 ounces of apple juice, because 128 ounces is a gallon, so we're going to add 30 more ounces, 10 ounces of lemon juice, 10 ounces of lime juice, and 10 ounces of apple cider vinegar. We mix that in and we get these combined well. The apple juice can be a little thick because it does have some sediment if it's not strained really well. Okay, what we're now going to do is we're going to take 8 ounces of the kidney bladder formula, the tea. We're going to mix that in the blender. And this, when we do this tea, we're not going to apply any heat in this process. The apple juice and the lemon juice and the lime juice and the apple cider vinegar. This combination, the apples that I use are the Pippin apples, Granny Smiths, the really tart ones. They work the best. They have the malic acid and those things that really help dissolve and have the properties that help the whole process the best. If you cannot get those, if all you can get is Golden Delicious, well, it isn't bad. Use the best you can get your hands on. My favorite, though, is the Granny Smiths. And you want to juice 98 ounces of apple juice. And then you need to juice 10 ounces of fresh lemon juice and 10 ounces of fresh lime juice. This needs to be a fresh juice. You want all the nutrients as fresh as possible to go into this. So, and then I like the Bragg's apple cider vinegar. So that is what we use. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some in here to blend with the herbs of my mix. Let's just see how graceful I can be moving this in. It's one thing about doing herby stuff. You can count on making messes. I don't worry about it too much. Okay, what we're doing here is we're just adding enough liquid so that we can spin this and grind the herbs up in the, we're mashing the herbs up in the liquid, and then we're going to add it back in. All right. Once they're good and chewed up in there, we're just going to pour them into the juice. This is bound to make me humble. I love my Ninja, but I could do without the drama. All right, we've got that put together. All right, we've got our herbs in the big bowl here. It's a little more than a gallon when the herbs are added because it's a gallon of liquid, and then we're adding 8 ounces of herbs that we blended in there. So you can use a big plastic bowl. If you don't have a bowl this big, maybe you want to try like your big spaghetti pot. You can always line it with a plastic bag or something, just to keep the herbs away from the metal. But whatever works for you, so you have a big tub or something to igloo cooler. The igloo coolers are excellent also for letting this sit. But this needs to sit on the counter for 24 hours. And I just usually take and put a dish towel over top of it and just set it on the counter for 24 hours and let it steep overnight. And then in the morning, you're just going to run it through your wire mesh strainer, and you will have your juice ready. All right, I have a concoction here that's been sitting for 24 hours. The wonder of doing a video is you don't want to have to wait a day. So what we're going to do is I have a wire mesh strainer here and a big bowl, and then I have my gallon pitcher. So I'm going to strain this, hopefully gracefully, into this bowl and catch the herb in the wire mesh strainer. Okay. Very well. I strain the apple juice really, really well because I like it thin. I don't like the stuff in it. So quite often there'll be foam and different things from the apple juice unless you really put it through a, I have a fine wire strainer that I like to use when I make apple juice because I like it thin. There we go. Once we get it stored in the pitcher, we are then okay. It is now ready to use. Okay, now that the tea is finished and the juice and all that is mixed, we're ready to add the 2 ounces of the kidney bladder formula right into the top of this mix, and then we're going to store it in the refrigerator and drink 4 ounces every hour for the next 2 days until it's gone. So a 2 ounces is 4 tablespoons. There are 2 tablespoons in an ounce, so we want to do 4 tablespoons of the kidney bladder formula. And it is now that in, and it's ready to start drinking. You would drink 4 ounces of this, and what I like to do is to mix 4 ounces with 4 ounces of water, so you're getting like an 8-ounce drink, and it's not bad tasting. I mean, it's got a little bit of a vinegary taste to it because of the apple cider vinegar in it, but it's not bad at all. And you just continue to drink 4 ounces every waking hour, and it takes about 2 days to get through the gallon. So just do it up and just get those kidneys flushed. I would want to eat raw food or a raw food program. You can pretty much eat what you want, but keeping your body as alkaline as you can, either a juice fast or raw food, is the best food program to consume while you're doing this work. So that is the intense kidney flushing work, and this has worked beautifully over and over again to clear kidney stones. It also is just going to be excellent work on getting the sediment and the pus and all that out of the kidneys. So if you have any questions, feel free, go to my blog, daradietz.me. There are embedded files with detailed instructions on that website.